So we're at that point. We need to develop more revenue for this state if we want to continue to move forward and to be one of the best states in this country. How do we do that? Well, there are two ways that we do it, and two things that I'm working on right now. One is expanded gaming in this state. You all have heard the topic before. It's not new to you. But folks, there was an economic study that just came out about a month ago, and it indicated that in 2010, Kentuckians spent $541 million in our surrounding states. Kentuckians spent that in our surrounding states on expanded gaming, on that kind of entertainment. Think of what is happening to our money. Indiana is educating their folks and putting money into their universities with our money. West Virginia is doing the same thing. Ohio is doing the same thing. Illinois is doing the same thing. Missouri is doing the same thing. Every state that touches us, except Tennessee right now, is doing the same thing. Think of what we could do with the tax revenues generated each year by $500 to $600 million that is spent on that kind of entertainment. You know, expanded gaming to me is not an end unto itself. It's a means of developing more revenue for this state that we can spend on our people, keeping our money at home, keeping it on this side of the border and this side of the river, to invest in our own people. The second thing it does, and this is an important priority, we have a signature industry in this state, our thoroughbred industry, our horse industry. We call ourselves the horse capital of the world, and we are. I want to stay the horse capital of the world. And right now we are operating on an unlevel playing field with virtually every state that we compete with in the horse business, because they all have expanded gaming, and because of that, go look at the purses that are paid for races at their racetracks. Go look at the breeders' incentives that breeders get if that horse is bred in some other state. Folks, we're driving out our golden goose. We got to keep that business here, and part of the way we keep it here is to keep that money at home and help our horse industry to have that level playing field. The other way that I think we eventually produce more revenue is in tax reform, in looking at our tax structure and seeing what we can do from several aspects of this. It's not just producing more revenue, although that's part of it, I think, but it is competitiveness, how we compete against our other states, where we stand when we compare ourselves with other states, and we want to be as business friendly, if not more business friendly, than our competitor states. We need adequacy, we need flexibility, we need fairness in our tax system. And so I've asked people like Luther Deaton, now tell me, am I going to hear what I want to hear out of Luther Deaton? Or what Luther Deaton thinks? Well, I can guarantee you it'll be the second. And I have about 15 or 16 more people just like Luther Deaton on a group that we have brought together to take a look at our tax system, to see what we need to do to revise it and to make it more conducive to our 21st century economy. Some of you may have seen that study that just came out of UK the other day, where they said that they looked at about the last 40 years, and they concluded that, you know, our revenues have not grown with our economy, which tells them that our tax system is not geared in to that economy, so that when the economy grows, it produces more revenue as we go along. And so we're going to take a very hard look at that. We're going to take several months to do it. Number one, we've got to build some consensus. I mean, when you mention the T word, you know, when you mention tax, that gets everybody nervous. And we've got some great business people on there. We've got educators on there. We've got folks from all over the state on there. And we've got to go out, gather information, get the experts in, work with them, and then go around this state and build consensus. Build consensus from the business groups. Build consensus from the educators and the advocates for various things about how we modernize our tax system. Because I think if we do it in the right way, it will produce more revenue for us because it will grow as our economy grows. And that's really the key to this.